Welcome to Property Investing with Abby. On today's episode, we're looking at the Millionaire Mindset. I'm here at the Bloomsbury in London. We're going to meet Manmeet Chowdhry, who's a performance expert, and we're going to find out about the Millionaire Mindset, what does it mean, and how can it help you as a property investor. So Manmeet, tell me what a Millionaire Mindset means.
So a millionaire mindset, I would say definitely in the property investment industry, has to be something the way you understand there are no blocks in the way of getting your millionaire.
What would be a block that stops people?
One of the main ones is guilt and shame. And that's because we've experienced and done something in the past where our self-worth has diminished because we see what we did either in our perception cause somebody more pain than pleasure, more drawbacks than benefits, more losses than gains. We kind of tell the universe like, hey, you know what, I messed up, I'm not worth receiving. So when we get rid of the guilt and shame block, what ends up happening is your self-worth and your deserve level goes up so much more. It's one of the biggest things I see with property investors. The minute we dissolve that, either their investments go up, planning permission comes through.
Because that's a massive common issue with property investors especially. I'll work with students, they get to a level, they're making a lot of money, but they're not actually building wealth because it's all going out.
Yes.
And that would be linked to self-worth.
Yeah, exactly. When I work with some property investors, especially like when they have their own business, sometimes they've worked with like really great business coaches, which is why I get on so well with business coaches, because they've really implemented all the, the logistical side of things. Yeah. And they go, but we just don't understand why our business is not growing. They'll refer them to me and I'll go in and do this, mindset stuff. But something goes on for these people, and it's like you've got to go with their perception, but that's something you can hold on to, and then it's like, all right, cool, let's go in and dissolve that. When we're young, we do things and we don't realise how much of it actually goes into our unconscious.
Yeah.
And I remember chucking like a wooden box at one of my cousin's heads, not intending for it to hit her or anything, but I was jealous. She was getting, more time with my other cousins, and I must have been 7, 8 or something.
Yeah.
And it cracked her head open. Oh, no. You kind of go through life thinking, nah, nothing, and then suddenly you go, so where's your biggest guilt and shame? And then like it just pops and I go, I didn't realise I'd held on to that for so long.
So if someone's listening to this and they're like, right, I would love to attract money in and start building wealth, what would be the first step they'd need to start doing?
So the first thing to have like a profitable mindset in your property investor journey is really understanding the crux of what I call all human behaviour. I call it priorities.
So you do get people that really, really want to go around saying they want to create the money, but it's not actually in their top values.
Yeah, and it's the same like, people who may join, Touchstone, and then it's like, yeah, great, I want to do things, and then they're still not doing anything. And I think it's such a key part. It's like, because actually before you invest, what Touchstone I see, have done is offered a wealth of knowledge. Some people may never have done property investing, but let's say they did crypto and they lost some money, and now they've got a perception of fear of loss. All of those perception shifts is like, I'd say the third part that's really important. And then of course, once you've cleared all of that, you get very clear about why you're doing the property investment in the first place.
And I think that's key, isn't it? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about a positive mindset and then having this millionaire mindset.
Yeah.
Would you explain to us the difference?
Yeah, I think millionaire mindset, we can call it millionaire mindset, but it's like what I'd say more of a balanced optimum mindset, is where you're seeing things as they're on the way rather than in the way. Now, if you take something you perceived as negative and now you turn it completely into a positive, you've just swung from one side of the pendulum to the other. And life is like a magnet, you have both sides. Some of the investors I work with, and they find an opportunity and they go, this is amazing, I'm going to make X, Y, Z. And I go, great, what's the downside? And they go, no, mummy, there's no downsides. And I go, let's make a list of all the downsides of this investment, because when they go into that investment with a millionaire mindset, optimum mindset, that property, no matter what it does, they're going to see it working for them.
So for these guys out here that are watching, that want to get involved, that want to know more, what can we give them?
Well, here's a couple of things I think you can implement straight away. The first thing is go and spend some time and find out what truly your priorities are. What is it that is most important to you? The 3 top things. What is currently high in those priorities? Second thing I would say is anybody that would like to do either more investing, they find that they're needing motivation to do it. What I would do is say to you guys is take the time and ask yourself this real quality question. How does me doing this task help me fulfill what's most important to me? And keep answering that until you feel a shift from somebody needing to motivate you for you to be inspired to want to wake up and do that very thing. And you will know that that becomes higher up in your priorities.
Amazing. And if any of these guys want to reach out, want to get in contact, Manmeet?
Yeah, my website is www.optimumperformancesolutions.com. You can go ahead and have a look at me over there.
Click the link below. We'll put Manmeet's website on there, and I better go now because I think I've got more guilt and shame to do, Manmeet. Help me. So there you have it, and I think the biggest lesson for me is you can have all the knowledge in the world to go and get wealthy, but you have to have the right mindset. So that's it for today's episode. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know what you think about a millionaire mindset, values, guilt and shame, and blocking money. I'll see you next week.